I'm cool with burying the hatchet.
Are we having fun yet?
Okay, so Dejounte Murray's dad has responded once again. If you don't know what's going on, you can literally just go back like a couple videos in which I talked about it. I responded to him. And basically, overall, just to give you somewhat of a summary, what happened was after this tweet, this was about 21 days ago when I responded to this. I made a video basically saying that Dejounte Murray's dad trashes Derek White, in which that's how I interpreted it. And he left a long, lengthy response under the video. And then he also went to Twitter and he screenshotted his response. And he, basically, said some things. Nothing really too harsh, nothing too crazy. But he was at least obviously upset. So now he's responded once again. And I would really like to just bury the hatchet. But I am going to respond to this once again. Like I said the last video, I'm going to be completely real and honest. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat anything. Like, I don't care who it is. I'm going to just be honest. And I'm sure he's going to do the same in this response. So I've only listened to like a few seconds of this and I want it to be as authentic as possible. So let's go ahead and take a listen and see what Mr. Murray has to say. Actually, before we do that, it says right here, I will no longer tweet about this team or players, but just know I meant no harm to that young man. Y'all have a blessed day and stay blessed. Okay. I already think that you don't have to do this. Like we'll get into it. I don't think this is necessary. You never tweet about the team or play. I don't think that's necessary, but we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Okay, let's address this shit real quick, man. I just want to clear things up for the last time. And I feel that I need to say this because I've seen articles, I've seen people make YouTube videos, and they coming out saying I was bashing White, and I'm just coming out to strictly let you guys know that I was not trying to bash that young man.
Okay, so what he's referring to is these articles. This one in particular, it also went around Reddit as well, and he's just talking about how people kind of interpreted his frustrations, in which he was bashing Derek White. I said he was trashing Derek White. That's just how I viewed it. But he's saying that that's not necessarily the case. But I'm gonna give you a scenario, okay? Now, I understand that you're saying this tweet alone is not you bashing Derek White, but let's just put it in a different sphere, all right? Let's say I hate a movie, all right? I'll do a real example, okay? I hate Dragon Ball Evolution. All right? I cannot stand Dragon Ball Evolution. Everyone on this channel knows I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, huge, manga, anime nerd, right? My blood just boils when I think about Dragon Ball Evolution. All right, so what if I put out a tweet that said, Justin Chapman, ... bad directing, editing, and music choice equals terrible film? What if I put that out? You would make the assumption that by me keying in on Justin Chapman, that I'm saying that he's a bad actor, or at least he's a big part of why that movie did so poorly, right? Like, I keyed in on him. Even though after that I said all these different aspects to things of a film that would make a film good, I still keyed in on him. You're not going to say, oh, I'm just talking about the whole team, or oh, it's just constructive criticism. You're going to say, oh, he's saying Chapman is a really terrible actor. I believe that. But that's not the point. What I'm saying is you can't say like, oh, what I meant was this, what I meant was that, what I meant with this. All you can really go off of, or all of anyone can really go off of, is an assumption, is an inference just based on the evidence here. And based on the tweet is, yeah, you're saying Derek White was a big part of the loss, which I would think you agree with that, but I don't know. In my opinion, that will be trashing, a particular player, but I digress.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna paint a picture for you. I'm in the gym and I see White, any one of the players, like LeBron James, let's just use him. And I come up to him and say, we getting ready to hoop, whatever. I'm just standing there watching them hoop, whatever it is. And I say, hey, man, Man, you had 26 minutes, man, 0 points. Like, man, come on, man. You got to do better, man. You see how that was just fucking with them, but like being cool.
That's a false equivalence. Like this is the internet. Like you have to be with language on the internet. You have to be even more cautious. You have to be even more, articulate with what you're trying to say with your points, right? Like it's not. I mean, unless you just put out something like this, like an audio, recording, but like. Seeing someone in person and tweeting something out are completely two different things. That is not the same. That's not the same at all. Did you see Derek White in person? I don't know.
Man, that's to push him to go out and do more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I did play like ass, man. I got to come back, you know what I'm saying? Next time, man, watch, man, I'm going to stay in the gym, and laugh it off. But I guess because when I posted and tweeted, it don't have my voice behind it, don't have no emotion behind it, don't have nothing behind it. So
it's the
people's
internet.
Gonna read it how they want to understand
it. Well, I don't think that this was that. I don't know. Mr. Murray, I'm gonna be completely honest. I just don't think that it's enough here. I don't think you put I don't think this is that hard to read. That's my point. I just don't think this is that hard to read. Am I crazy here? I don't know. I don't think it's that hard to read, Mr. Murray.
And at the end of the day, all I did was go into the score. I seen all the stats. I wasn't even following every player to see who scored what. I didn't even see the whole game. I came in probably like second quarter or something. So at the end of the game, I'm like, damn, man, we almost won the motherfucking game. Fuck.
Then but if you didn't watch the game, you still have a connection to one of the players. Like, watch the game if you could. I mean, if you didn't, then don't make the assumption that just because he had 0 points that he was the main reason for the loss, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And then I look and I'm like, oh shit, 26 minutes, 0 points. Oh shit, this many turnovers. That's why we lost the game.
Did he? Okay, well, you said then a bunch of mistakes from the team. I guess we can interpret that as turnovers.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do better next time. I said that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say that? Let's do better next time? Well, you said on to the next. I guess that's kind of the same thing.
We'll get them next time or something like that, I said. And that was it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then I think I did say through the game before that, I did say something like, man, Derek White, he got to do better.
Okay. Yeah. So if people making the assumption that you're putting Derek White, under the bus or whatnot, and that's how people are interpreted it, I'm assuming they went after or was going off of other tweets as well, but just keyed in on that last one, right? Because, I mean, the whole Spurs Twitter was pretty frustrated with this one, so I don't know.
Am I lying? You know what I'm saying?
It's not about whether or not you're lying. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And when you're tweeting it on the internet, you're going to have to be like way more just articulate.
Yeah, at that time, he does got to do better. He get paid to play basketball. He get paid to put that ball into the motherfucking hoop. But at the end of the day, he know he got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know they got to do better. I got to do better at my job.
Okay. All right. So let's take that example. Okay. You have to do better at your job. Okay. That's fine. Okay. That is fair. I like that. All right. I like that a lot. I don't know what you do in particular, but let's just say that like at your job, you have a coworker and your coworker's spouse, drops by, sees everyone working, and then they, go on about their business. And let's say that you follow them on Twitter and they see on your Twitter, or you see on their Twitter that they just said, wow, Mr. Murray really needs to step up his game and whatever he's doing. Like, you would obviously take some type of offense to it. Like, your initial reaction would be like, I know I got to do better. I don't need my coworker's spouse saying what I need to do. Okay. Like, that would be the equivalent of the position that you will put Derek White in this situation. Not saying that you did put him in that situation. I don't even know if Derek White even saw the tweet. I don't know what, I don't know. I don't know if he cared. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know Derek White. But what I'm saying is that's the position that you could be putting somebody in. So it will be the same equivalent. If a coworker spouse says something about you, you would be like, dude, why are you talking about me? My job, right? It's a little different. It's that connection there, right? Now, if it was just a customer, you say, I don't know what you do, but you just say it was like a customer or whatever, right? If a customer said, wow, this guy needs to do a little bit better, right? And like told your supervisors, I don't know, like you just random person tweeted out, or they got on Yelp, if you're in the food industry or anything like that, and they went on Yelp and they were like, man, this food was trash, the chefs need to do better. You wouldn't take as offense to that as if you did if it was your coworker's spouse, because you would assume that maybe it's your coworker's thoughts as well. That's my thoughts. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I wasn't meaning to bash him in that type of way. And I apologize to him, his parents, or, you know, anybody of his family that's seen it and thinking I was trying to bash him. It wasn't like that. It's just called sports talk, man.
Well, I appreciate the apology. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day before the internet, that's what people did. They got beers, they got pizza, they kick back with their boys or inside of a bar, and they sit there and talk shit and watch the motherfucking game.
That's still a thing. Like, people still go to bars. People still talk stuff about team. Like, this is still a thing. Like, this isn't something before the internet and now, like, everyone's just on the internet. Like, people literally still have, like, parties, right? Like, people still go to the bars. People still drink. I mean, I went to freaking, Applebee's the other night, and, like, there were people watching, you know, college football, talking stuff. Like, people still do that. It's just another layer to it now, you know? Like, you have more people, a wider range of people you can talk to about the teams now. So, yeah, it's still a thing.
You know, they'll talk shit about their own player. They watching football or something and say Russell Wilson throw an interception like he did in the Super Bowl and blow the whole game. You know, man, fuck, man. Man, goddamn, man. How you gonna throw the ball, man, like that, man? You should have just ran it in, man. Fuck, man.
Okay, I think I get what's going on here. All right, I'm just gonna make an assumption. Please forgive me, sir, if I'm making an assumption, okay? But I'm just gonna make an assumption. All right, so I think what's going on, and I think the reason why you're in articles, you know, often when you put something out, is because I think you're having an emotional response to these things. Like, you're treating Twitter as the same as you would treat like in real life, IRL, talking to people or hanging with your buddies, and it's not like that at all. So I think that this initial reaction was, I'm upset we lost, right? I'm pissed off. Derek White, you should have done this, right? That will be most people's initial reaction seeing the stat. I understand that. You having that connection, it doesn't make it okay, but like, I think you're having an emotional reaction. Actually, even if I think about this, and I purposely did not talk about this, like, I know that you said in your initial reaction that I was trying to make you look bad. I saw this when it came out. I purposely did not talk about it or discuss it because I had other stuff, you know, I wanted to discuss on the channel. But right here, like, I know that there were articles about how you mocked James Harden's injury, right? And, you know, when you first hear that, you say, oh, that's really bad. And even reading this is really bad. James Harden is out due to a hamstring injury. Karma is a B. Should have tried to trip my son. I don't, you know, wish injuries on anybody. And I remember Dejounte Murray did respond and was like, look, I had nothing to do with it, right? But like, I think that this is just initial reaction. This is fan talk right here. It's not that no one ever says this ever. I'm pretty sure plenty of Spurs fans say, I don't care, dude, if you get injured. Like, I don't care, right? But it is another level when you're connected to one of the players, especially one of the players involved. And it's a bad look. And then you went on to say all these Harden fans and their feelings. Any father would protect his kids in any way. I never wish bad on him. It happened, and I'm saying I don't give a F, right? I think that you're having initial reactions to things, and I think you're going straight to the internet to concern them. That's just my assumption, because honestly, this tone that you're taking now, and I guess that you're trying to make the argument that it's just the tone that you use that's different. But even if I go here, like, someone showed me this as well, in which you screenshotted your response in my YouTube channel, and then you went straight to Twitter and started tweeting about it. and basically saying like, pay me or kick rocks, money moves me, not fame. I think that this is genuinely, when you're upset, you go straight to Twitter, or when you're upset, you respond immediately. And I don't think that that's very, very helpful. So I'm starting to think that's what the issue is, not necessarily like these are well thought out. I think it's just you have initial reaction as a fan, you go at it really quickly. I don't know. That's just my assumption from what you're saying here.
Okay, let's address this shit. In reality, you still love him, hope he come back the next year, and you love your team. You just talking shit. It's just sports talk. You know what I'm saying? And if a player can't take that, then they shouldn't even be fucking playing in the league.
Okay. Okay, you kind of like went in a circle there. You kind of apologized to Derek White, and then you said, basically, you softy, you can't take it. Like, I don't know.
Because that shit's gonna come. That comes along with the game. You know what I'm saying? You know, and as far as the dude, the clan, the Spurs, you know, I'm apologize.
Clan, the Spurs fan. Yeah, that's me.
To you because I'm a man, and at the end of the day, I just felt that you could have worded the shit. I don't care that you made the video. You could have worded it different, but you worded that Murray's dad throws Dwight under the bus. We have two different versions of throwing somebody under the bus. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't know if I could have worded it any different. I mean, that's how I felt. And not only that, look, I'll say this, okay? You apologized, all right, somewhat, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not necessarily apologizing, because I don't think I was like, I mean, I'll just be honest, I don't think I was that in the wrong, but I'll say this. The trashes Derek White thing, it wasn't just you. Like, I think I even said in the video, like, it was a multitude of people. And I'll be honest, I do have a bias. Like, when it comes to Derek White, like, he's my favorite player. I have a bias towards him. So when people go at him, I go extra hard on them. Like, you can even see me when I'm on my chat. Like, if I'm live streaming and the chat starts talking about Derek White and they're like, Derek White is trash, like, I genuinely get upset with them, right? So, like, I don't know. All I'm saying is, you saying I could have worded it differently. I guess, but I did interpret it as you trashing Derek White. At the very least, you know, having some harsh words for Derek White, right? I mean, I don't know.
And at the end of the day, if you can message me and ask me to sit down and do a little, you know, and I ain't gonna say little, because like when I say little, I'm just speaking. I'm not downgrading your platform. But if you message me and ask me to come onto your YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? So if you can message me and ask me to come onto your YouTube channel, then I felt you could have messaged me and said, hey, Mr. Murray, I seen what you put about White. What did you mean by that? Are you bashing him? Or, you know, like, you know, I'm about...
No. All right, first off, this was a while ago, okay? This was a while ago. I don't know if you respond to the article the way that you responded to the video that I did. I don't know if you tweeted anything out about the article. But most people interpreted it a certain way. I was basing it off of the article and what the article had to say, and I was like, yeah, I kind of interpreted it the same way. I don't think there was enough nuance here where I needed to message you and ask, what did you mean by 26 minutes, 0 points equals loss? I think that that's pretty cookie cut. Like, that's easy money right there, right? Like, I don't think that I misinterpreted it that much. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, I messaged you about coming on. The only reason I messaged is because I was messaging a multitude of people to try to come on the channel. Like, I was doing it like crazy, so many people, right? And you were one person where I was like, oh, it would be cool if, you know, we went on and maybe you could tell like a nice, you know, cute story about Dejounte when he was younger or something, you know, when he was little, you know, this happened. It was like, oh, cool, we got like a cool story. That's it. It wasn't nothing like, I don't know. We don't have like crazy amount of communication. Not only that, I mean, you read into what I said about my interpretation of your tweet, and you went directly into the comments, and then you went straight to Twitter and kept talking about it. So like, and then on top of that, you blocked me. So like, you could have went into my messages and like I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think, like I said, I don't think there was enough nuance here for me to interpret it any other way. If it was more nuanced and I was like, I don't get what he's saying, and then, you know, these articles saying it, but it's like, I don't know if he meant it that way, then I would have been like, maybe I should ask or something. I don't know. But other than that, no, not really. A lot of things on this channel is very time sensitive. So it's not like a lot of time to go and have a conversation about. I don't think this was that. I don't think this is that complicated. Okay, 26 minutes, 0 points. Look, it's not that complicated. You're saying that Derek White had a terrible game. The team played poorly. That equals loss. And a lot of people interpret that as basically White is the one, you know, that needs to, you know, play better. Not only that, in this article, it says right here, White got to step up and get some damn buckets, he said, as the game went on. Like, come on, dude. You were come on. I don't know.
About to put out a video, and I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? You know, before I do that, you know, so that's where the problem came in at with me. Now, I know what I said in previous posts and YouTube videos and shit. I know what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I did say when you post something, you leave all open doors for people to attack you.
Okay, then. Okay.
But I didn't expect that to come from you, because I ain't talk directly with the fans. But we talked and chopped it up inside of the messenger. So you could have easily messaged me and just say, hey, what did you mean by that? Or Mr. Murray.
I don't think, okay, I didn't view it that way, that we chalked it up. I don't think it went on like that. Like I said in the previous video, it was me asking you politely, because I do that with everyone that I want to ask to come on. And I asked you politely, and then, you know, you said yes. And then a few months later, you know, I said, oh, okay, you know, when you want to set something up. And then you started talking about, you know, stuff like, you know, DJ don't pay us, whatever. And then you asked for like money for an interview. I don't think that that's us chalking it up. I don't think that that's us like having a great in-depth friendly conversation necessarily. I don't know. I feel like if we were on a stream together, that would have been a better conversation. But like in Twitter DMs, not really. Like it wasn't. I don't know. I don't think we really chalked it. I mean, that's just my thoughts. I don't know.
Don't take anything wrong, but I think what you said may look like you're bashing White. You know what I'm saying? Then I'd have been like, oh, is that what people think? Shit, let me erase that off of there, because I didn't mean it that way. You know what I mean? You know.
But this isn't the same. This isn't the only time. Like you done it plenty of time. Like this is way before. Okay, this is like June 6th, where it was the whole James Harden thing, and there was articles about that as well. I thought you knew this, right? I mean, I thought you knew that, you know, sometimes some of the things that you said is controversial. I mean, there's no way you didn't know about this, because Dejounte Murray responded about it. You knew about this. This isn't anything new. It's kind of known at this point. I don't think it's my place to necessarily let you know how all your tweets are being. I mean, I don't know. We're not friends or anything. Like I don't have this like. I don't have this connection with, like, if it was like, for instance, if it was my boy Swish Hill, right? Swish Hill, Impeccable, Corrupt, like these my boys, right? I met, you know, through the community, you know, through the Spurs community, and they started tweeting stuff out, and it started getting kind of controversial, and it was an article. I mean, maybe then I would talk to them and be like, hey man, maybe you need to, but in this situation, this has been known for a while that some of the stuff that you said, you know, comes back around. Like this isn't anything new. And yeah, I just saw it. It's the Spurs news, and I talked about it. And like I said, I am very biased when it comes to Derek White. All right. So anybody that talks trash about Derek White, I get a little upset. All right. I'm a bash you a little bit when you talk about Derek White, but I don't know.
That easy. A phone call or a text message directly to that person on any type of level or situation can resolve a lot of things. But going back and forth on the fucking internet, nobody will never know the real motive, you know what I'm saying, behind things. Because people's going to read things how they want, you know?
Is he talking about I could have gave him a phone call? I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm just being real. I think once you ask the other person for money to come on, I think that it's not necessarily a mutual like friendship or anything. Like once you go to that point, it's very formal. Like I don't think that there's even a necessary discussion that need to be had there. I don't know.
Also, to make a long story short, man.
Yeah.
Much love to the whole team, but I'm not gonna tweet about my son. I'm not about to tweet about the Spurs anymore. That don't mean that I don't like them or nothing like that. I'm just gonna kick back and sit back and keep living my life, because I work hard to get to where the fuck I'm at. And now I'm sitting on the beach every motherfucking day, living my life, doing what I do. And right now, if somebody came to me and said, you got to do better. You got to do better at your job. I'm not going to take that as criticism and get all mad and pissed off.
Well, it's a difference if someone says you got to do better at your job. Now, what if your coworker's spouse said you got to do better at your job? Then you probably take offense to that. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't take offense to that. You'd be like, what? Like, what is my coworker trying to say? What you trying to say? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm going to be like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Well, I think Derek White's doing that too.
Got more tough skin. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I can say that once I looked at everything and went back over everything, I can see how people took that as me bashing White, but I'm letting y'all know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's good. That's like a learning thing right there. Cool.
And him know that I did not mean any disrespect coming from my side to him, towards my son, towards anybody. That's what grown men do. You sit down and talk shit about the game. And if your favorite team lose, you're going to be frustrated. I bet you the players is frustrated with each other if one do wrong or throw the ball and it goes out and it fucked the whole game up. But they going to get past it, laugh about it later, and on to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but if a player like tweeted out their frustrations, I mean, that wouldn't look good, right?
It's just it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have a blessed day, man. I'm not out to be arguing and going back and forth with anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be damned if somebody gonna put some shit up under my name and make it like I'm a hater or, I'm bashing somebody or I'm throwing somebody under the bus when that wasn't my motive. You know what I'm saying? I could have worded it or said it different, like, damn, man, we lost the fucking game, man. We all got to do better, or the team got to do better, and I apologize to him. But, at the end of the day, like I said, if I sat down with White, I would tell him everything that I said in my tweet. I would say to him to his face, and I guarantee when he see the smile on my face and he see where I'm coming from, he just like, oh, Mr. Murray just trying to make me better. He wanted to see me do better. I said, I can't make him do better, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't mean nothing by that.
I understand. I understand. But I have a channel in which I cover all things Spurs. And if an article comes out about any type of connection to the Spurs, talking bad about anything or talking about the team in general, I will talk about it. I don't think that that's wrong. I don't think that I would need anybody's permission to do that. I'm just going to talk about it. I'm going to have a take on it. I understand that you're, upset about it and, you feel like it was interpreted a different way, but even if you're saying it's just sports talk, it is, okay, from a casual fan. And honestly, I don't even like the take of no longer talking about the team or players just because of this. Honestly, no one cares if you talk about the team or player. How many tweets have you put out like in general, right, that didn't make headlines. Like there's the James Harden thing and there's the White thing, right? But like how many tweets did you put out that didn't make articles? And why is that? It probably didn't make articles because honestly it wasn't that controversial. It might have just been the team needs to play better or something like that, or oh dang, the Spurs lost, you know. I think that's not the problem people take with anything. I think you just need to be a little more careful with what you say, or just frame it more in a more positive light. If you're going to talk about Derek White, frame it in a positive way. Like, Derek White had a bad game, but it's okay. He's going to eventually get it together. It wasn't that. It was a initial reaction, almost as if you were in a bar. And that's the problem there.
You know, I come from a neighborhood where you gotta be hard. You gotta have tough skin. You know what I'm saying? We all made each other better. And if it took for me to go to one of my cousins or best friends and tell them, you know, say what I said about White to them, they not going to take it that way. You know what I'm saying? They going to be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got you. Watch when I go back out there, I'm going to give them 40. I'm going to give them 40 points. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man.
You can't, look, it will be different if it was just like, the one video I did, right? And like there's no other history, there's nothing else in the news on. Literally, there was a point where you and NDJ went back and forth and that made headlines. There was a point where you mentioned Harden and that made headlines. It's not about like policing what you say on the internet. No one's trying to police what you got to say, and no one's saying that you can't say things in a certain way and it not be okay. All people are trying to say is that, look, just be more precise with what you're trying to say. But right here, I just don't think there was any nuance. You want me to, like, I understand you're saying I could have messaged you and asked what you meant by this. I don't think I need to ask, what did you mean by this? I think it's pretty obvious, right? And it might have just been an emotional response, like I said. But in that regard, dude, just be careful what you say. It's all good. Like, I don't know. Just finish this off.
You know? So, like I said, I apologize. Y'all have a blessed day. 100.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I'm not here to, like, stir the pot, all right? I really don't care. We got plenty of stuff to talk about, but honestly, look, Mr. Murray, I understand. I know that you're, upset by how it went down. Honestly, it is a big deal, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I think it would be cool if you continue to talk about the team, talk about the players, whatnot, if you wanted to. It's just a matter of just being careful with how you word things, because you can't key in on me and say I'm the reason. You said it was like this. You worded it this way, and it's like I think I made a pretty fair assessment of this, but at the same time, people that are familiar with my content knows that I'm a huge Derek White fan. Okay, so like the reason why they sent me your tweet to begin with is because I'm a huge Derek White fan. So that's my initial reaction. After thinking about it a little bit, it's like, all right, let me talk about this. All right, okay. I don't think there was, like I said, I'll say it once again, no nuance here. This is pretty straightforward. I just responded to what you had to say. So yeah. Yeah. And honestly, also, you said here, and this is the last thing I'll say. I didn't even mention this. Right here, you said that you didn't know people would interpret it this way, and I should have messaged you and said, hey, this is the way people are interpreting it. And here's a tweet right here, a response to it saying, I'm sure seeing his teammate's dad talk ish will help his shot. And then you said, how's it topping ish? I'm clearly saying why we lost, bruh. Stop, trying to make something out of nothing and get a life. It's basketball talk, and I actually like White. Too many soft people on the internet. There it is with the soft people on the internet thing. But here's some other people trashing him. Never been a fan of him. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but he's trash in my eyes. Obviously, people, the way that they received your tweet was the way that you didn't expect, but you came at me and actually said that I should have messaged you. I don't know. Look, bury the hatchet. It's all good. I don't care anymore. Unless, you know, you want to talk about it. If you want to discuss it, I don't mind. I don't mind still talking to you. If, you know, you keep it going and you got something else to say, I don't mind responding to that as well. I don't think that I was very uncharitable. From my perspective, I don't necessarily think that there's much to really apologize for, and that's just me. Okay, I'm just being honest. I will apologize to people when I feel like it's extraordinarily necessary. Right here, I don't know. I mean, back then I thought that you trashed Derek White, and I still kind of interpreted it as that, but that's fine. Like, you know, it's just choose what you say a little differently sometimes. I don't know. All right, I'll get with you guys later, man. If anyone wants to support the channel, $2 a month Patreon, YouTube members, deuces.